All right, let's jump right into a pretty wild idea. What if reality, our entire universe, couldn't even exist unless someone or something hit save? And I don't mean saved like a superhero saves the day. I mean saved like you save a file on your computer. Today, we're going to explore this really radical thought that existence itself isn't just there. It's an action, a conscious one. And without it, the universe might just poof, gone.
I mean, this question right here, it really cuts to the chase, doesn't it? Just think about it for a second in a way we can all get. Let's say you're editing a photo. You get it just right, it's perfect, but then you close the program without saving. Poof. So, did that perfect image ever really exist in any meaningful way? If it left no trace, was it ever real?
Yeah, there's actually a term for this, computation without commitment. It sounds fancy, but the idea is simple. Imagine a computer just crunching away, doing all this incredible complex work, but then it never actually spits out an answer or saves the result. It's all process, no product. It's just potential, pure potential that disappears the second the calculation is done. Okay, so here's where we take that simple idea and just blow it up to a cosmic scale. On one side, you've got the unsaved image. Functionally, it just didn't happen, right? It leaves no trace. Now look at the other side. We're applying that exact same logic to the entire universe. Without a witness, without something there to save it, does it ever truly exist? And not just functionally, but ontologically, like in its very being? It's a huge question.
All right, let's really go for it now. Forget about a single photo on a computer. Let's talk about the ultimate new file. Let's talk about the Big Bang, the very first moment of, well, everything. And to get a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, think of the universe as having this ultimate GPU. Physicists figure that at the very beginning, it rendered something like 10 to the 80th power particles. That is a 1 with 80 zeros after it. I mean, we can't even comprehend that number. The amount of detail, of pure data and complexity is just mind-boggling. And here's the kicker, the real gut punch of this whole idea. Imagine all of that incredible rendering, all that complexity, and then nothing. You just dump the frame buffer. It's like the universe's computer does all this work and then just hits delete. All that complexity just becomes expensive noise. Gone. Like it never, ever happened.
So, that leads to the million-dollar question, right? If the universe had to be saved to become real, what was the save button? Or who was the save button? What's the thing that actually turns all that cosmic potential into the solid, persistent reality we see all around us? Well, the proposed answer to that is something called the law of the first witness. And the idea is actually pretty simple, but it is incredibly profound. It says that for reality to, be real, a save operation isn't just a good idea, it's a fundamental requirement. And that save operation, it's done by a witness. And let's get crystal clear on what this means. The witness isn't just pressing the save button. The witness is the save button. The claim here is that consciousness itself is the act of writing reality to the disk. It's the very thing that makes the universe stick around. Okay, so you might be thinking, how does this square with what we normally hear about the universe? I mean, traditional cosmology, the standard model, it starts with a hot, dense state, right? The Big Bang. Right? But if you look at it through this new lens, that standard starting point has a huge assumption baked right into it. It just assumes that hot, dense state was already real. It was already saved, already persistent. It basically starts the story after the save button has been pushed, without ever asking how or why it got pushed in the first place. This alternative idea, sometimes called the ERM argument, existence requires mind, it flips that logic completely on its head. It says, hey, wait a second, don't start with the matter. Start with the thing that's required for matter to even exist in the first place. Assume the save function, the act of witnessing, comes first. And from that single foundational active registration, everything else follows. The particles, the physics, the hot dense state, all of it. I just love this quote. The universe isn't a movie playing in an empty theater. It's such a perfect way to put it. It means that being a witness isn't just a passive thing, like we're just watching a film that would be playing anyway. No, it's saying the act of watching is what makes the film play. If there's no one in the audience, there's literally no show. And really, that brings us to the final, shockingly simple bottom line of this whole idea. The act of saving, of witnessing, It isn't just some neat feature of our universe. It's the absolute prerequisite. It's that simple. No save, no universe.
So, what does that leave us with? Well, it's a pretty fascinating thought to chew on. If the whole universe needs awareness to hit record just to exist, then maybe our own awareness, our own consciousness, is a little piece of that same creative power. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What piece of reality are you choosing to save with your attention today?